I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra.
It's week 13.
December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw, his third season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the option, running left is Lance. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Davis Price will try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the 1st.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they take it over, we step aside. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Lance. And that is incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Lance.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Miami set to take over.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
2nd down and 3.
Tua going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. They still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game planning and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. First man through, it's the fullback use check. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Play action, now it's Lance.
And the grab by Croft.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Lance now on first down.
Flush to his right.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Lance on the keeper.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. They juked him. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mostert. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Here's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
On 2nd and 7,
Tua. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the gun, it's Tua. And this one's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Way back at the 19 now. What do they have here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They're trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And Hill with it over the middle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now back to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Tua now on first down. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua on the screen. This is Edmonds. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Center's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And they run the option on second down. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this returnable for Hill. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Tua. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Gets this one to use check. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. And Lance now to throw. He's got Ayuk once again.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to be 49er football.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security. And
now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua
over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders on the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
Lance and the 49ers now. First and 10 at the 20. Throwing now is Lance. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Second down, here's Davis Price. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphreys. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on third and long.
Really in a hole here, third and 17 following the 2 negative plays. And Lance going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a first and 10. Tua and the Dolphins now with a first and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a third and 2. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Going for it. Here's Davis Price.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And the grab by Croft.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll try and run the option left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
From the gun, it's Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Shotgun now for Lance.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Desperation time here. Lance.
This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And they'll try the option on first and goal.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Another carry here for the fullback, Juszczyk. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. To throw, it's Lance.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They hand it off to Mostert. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 79 yards rushing down from Mostert as he picks up a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ready up.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half.